Hello, the topic I will be discussing today is the Second Red Scare. It occurred between 1947 and 1957. It was a period of fear in the United States that led to many social and political events. In the late 1940s, after World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union were in a heated rivalry between each other. The Iron Curtain, which were European countries kept in control by the Soviet Union after World War II, made the Soviet Union seem capable of expanding their communism rapidly. In 1947, society in the United States began to question if communism had managed to spread to their own country. This fear slowly grew and started the Second Red Scare in 1947. On March 21st, 1947, President Truman issued Executive Order 9835. This order was to determine every government employee's loyalty to their country. The investigation was conducted for all employees, and some quit their jobs out of uncomfortability, and some employees were fired for questionable loyalty. The search for communists continued by the HUAC, or the House Un-American Activities Committee, which was founded by the U.S. House of Representatives earlier in 1938 to investigate other potential issues besides communists. HUAC continued to investigate outside and inside the federal government for potential communist. As the HUAC continued to investigate, some other targets were in Hollywood, leading to the Hollywood blacklist. This affected many actors from having or keeping their career going on. The investigations also caused an anti-HUAC movement to form, protesting the group for spreading fear and ruining people's lives. Another event that occurred in 1951 was the case of Dennis v. United States. Dennis v. United States was Eugene Dennis and other party members had been convicted of conspiring to start an American Communist Party. Dennis lost the trial, and the ruling stated that it was a violation of the Smith Act of 1940, which declared it unlawful to advocate, teach, or belong to any group advocating the forceful overthrow of any government in the United States. However, the Smith Act did violate the First Amendment. Another event that occurred in 1953 was the execution of the Rosenbergs. The Rosenbergs had been convicted earlier in 1950 for espionage. Investigators believe they delivered information of the atomic bomb designed to the Soviet Union, which allowed them to build it themselves after World War II. Only sufficient evidence the Rosenbergs were sentenced to execution. Back in the United States government, Senator McCarthy began to want to investigate communism by himself. Using aggressive tactics, McCarthy raised several claims of disloyalty on many politicians and celebrities, known as McCarthyism. The example of his beliefs and ideals can be shown in this video, which I have here.
Answered, Bill. Let's do. There are a great number of the Democrats who have indicated in private conversations that they will censure McCarthy, not because of what is in the Watkins report, because of I've labeled them as the party of communism, even though I have always pointed out that there are millions of Democrats who are good, loyal Americans, and many office holders here in Washington who are anti-communist. But there are those who feel that they should censure me, not because I cross-examined Zwicker trying to find out about a communist whom he promoted, honorably discharged. There are some Republicans who feel likewise. Now, I consider that, yes, that's a lynching bee.
Well, this is an orderly...
His fight against communism ended when he targeted the U.S. military with claims of disloyalty. People disliked this, and his popularity incredibly dropped rapidly. In the end, the Red Scare affected the lives of many people socially and economically as they were forced out of work and became outcasts in society. In the late 1950s, people began to condone the actions that the government had been doing throughout these years. This led the federal government to end the investigations and quickly move away from it. The effects of the Second Red Scare were a continued paranoia of the communist power as the Cold War went on for many years. Thank you.